Dear Diary, were you surprised yesterday for my surprise cameo on the archive? It wasn't planned, but it was extra fun because it was spontaneous. I kinda thought, we should do this more often. DJ mingling should be a thing. What do you think? Welcome to Heart Attack. I'm your DJ Pretty Little Iris. We'll be back after 전날 Who is This Woman by Connie.
the clothes 남은 할 일은 오직 널 아끼다 잠드는 예 알람에 딱 맞춰 눈을 떴을 땐 뭐든 할 수 있다 생각할걸 It's my destiny 내 인생의 happening 중에 가장 예쁜 일 Yes it is, yes it is 눈에 띄는 destiny 멋있는 심장 소리 다가갈게 Dance with me, dance with me Who is this woman? Hey, hey Like she's always thirsty Hey, hey You know some of me has shifted Hey, hey 어제 무슨 일이 있었니? Hey, hey Keep on your toes 시간은 늘 그렇듯 공평한 걸음을 쫓고 동굴을 향해 뛰고 또 뛰어도 당해낼 재간이 없잖아 It's like destiny 가장 갈 수 없으니 날아오를 때까지 Yes it is, yes it is 끝내주는 위계지 비고픈 벼랑이지 내가 말했지 Dance with me, dance with me Who is this woman? Hey, hey Like she's always thirsty Hey, hey You know some of me has shifted Hey, hey 어제 무슨 일이 있었니? Hey, hey How could you go this long without finding me? Yeah I'm standing right here all dressed up like I have been counting every second for this like she's always thirsty Hey, you know some of me has shifted Hey, hey 어제 무슨 일이 있었니? Who is this woman? Like she's always thirsty You know some of me has shifted 어제 무슨 일이 있었니?
That was 전날 Who is This Woman by Connie. You guys are listening to Heart Attack and I'm your DJ. I'm so very happy because we have so much bird in the studio. Pretty little Iris. Hi guys, how are you feeling today? Welcome back to Heart Attack. If you're tuning in through visual radio, you see we have so much bread in the studio. We have, okay. Hi guys, my name is Iris. I'm a bangfluencer and this is my bread haul of the day. So this is an amazing sandwich that I got. It's called 포르게타. There's anchovies in this and mustard and arugula. Very, very tasty. And then I have tomato stew. It's cold and I like it cold. It has that cold vibe. And then here we have a raspberry mascarpone cream pastry, and then blueberry scone, and then carrot cake, and the icing is kind of like mushy, but we'll see what happens. Financier, and then a salted caramel croissant. And where did I get all of this bread? I'm so hyper. Sorry, I also had coffee. So yesterday, if you guys tuned into the archive after Heart Attack, you would have seen that I did a surprise cameo intro. And then we were like, you know what, should we just do the whole show together? So I ended up staying for the whole 2 hours of the archive yesterday. So I was really thankful because, okay, I was persuaded by Ajon. By the way, happy birthday. Ajon got me some donuts. And he bought a lot of donuts because I said I wanted to get donuts. I was like, I kind of want donuts. And he was like, I'll buy you whatever you want, so you should stay for the show. So I was persuaded. So he got me 3 cream donuts, very big, from my favorite donut place. And then I was very happy, right? And then I left the studio after the 2 hours. And then the producer for Culture Inc. was like, hey, how about 4 donuts for us? You know, I can get you 4 donuts. And I was like, and then today our 팀장님 told me like, oh, you did such a good job yesterday. Like you did 4 hours of live radio straight. You must have been so tired. So apparently he told my producer, Haewon P-님, he was like, oh, I better buy bread to Iris tomorrow. And then she told me he said that. So I went up to him today and I was like, hi. And he was like, order what you want to order, Iris. So I ordered what I wanted to order. I wanted to try this bakery so bad. I just never got the chance to. And I'm so glad I got to try it today because it's so scrumptious and delicious. And I'm a little too hyper, so I'm worried how our podcast is going to be today. Geek Diggy says, uh-oh, she had coffee. Oh, indeed, I had coffee and I'm also eating bread right now. Yum, 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 yum. So I am very, very happy. Look how pretty the studio is with bread. Maybe we don't need decorations in the back. We just need bread. Like, we just gotta, yum, 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 you know? So I'm happy. If anybody did tune in yesterday, I hope you guys had fun. I really enjoyed the Spontaneous 2 DJ show, and the archive is a really cozy atmosphere, so I really enjoyed being there. And it was tiring just because I don't have energy, but it was like a fun, tiring day. Geek Diggy says, how'd you sleep last night after all that socializing? So after the show, I went out to our office and had some coffee, and everybody was like, Iris, how are you going to sleep tonight? Don't have coffee. And I said, oh, well, I'm going to give up on sleep tonight. I just really need coffee. Guess what? I slept so well yesterday. Maybe the cure to my insomnia shall be more socializing. Well, guys, one more TMI of the day. It's my Delulu boyfriend's birthday today, so happy birthday. Let's go listen to X Room by Extraordinary Heroes.
Summer haze, polo shirt, cobalt shade, scarlet blush. Every shade of our words flawless. Memories and fading lights. If you're gone, then why do I hold them like it's something holy? We spent our season in coldness, and we called it just being honest. Still had to try, give a shot. 그건 아마도 잊혀질 거야. 이젠 아무도 찾지 않으니. So for now, goodbye. 그렇게 비워져가. 그건 아마도 잊혀질 거야. 우리 마음은 변해갈 테니. We'll be fine, alright. 그렇게 비워져가. Days of guns and roses, we couldn't live and let die again, dragging out the stories we love it with each other. Running out of motives, we could have fell apart, but 난 아무도 찾질 않으니 So for now goodbye 그렇게 비워져가 our dice in the darkness and you promise in time you wrote it still all the fight or the shine 우린 아마도 잘하는 거야 이제 아무도 찾지 않아도 So for now goodbye 그렇게 비워져가 독일도 잊혀질 거야 우리 마음이 별이 되니 When we fight alright 그렇게 사라져가
Arirang.
Radio.
You guys are listening to Heart Attack. I'm your DJ, Pretty Little Iris. Let's talk about what we do on today's show. Of course, we have the occasional bread mukbang in between the song breaks, but we still have Heart News, where I read you guys news articles on what's happening in the arts and culture world in Korea. And then we have Heart of the Day. I ask you guys a question on our Instagram, heartattack_Arirang. And today's question of the day was, what is a closure that you need? I feel like today's question might be a little hard because it's not like, what's your favorite color? And you'll have to kind of think about it. But let's see what you guys said. I haven't checked the answers out yet, so let's see what you guys have said. Maybe we can try to find you that closure that you need. If you also want to send me a message, you guys can do so through our sent message board, which is found on our Arirang Radio website, or you can email it directly to us at heartattackarirang@gmail.com. If you have a song request, also include that as well so that I can play them for you guys. Thank you in advance for all of the messages, and we really appreciate them. In hour 2, what are we doing? Well, we are joined by Professor Cynthia, and we're going to be traveling together. It is kind of obvious what we're going to be talking about for the next few episodes of Travel Diaries. Since it is very springy, we will get seasonal, and we'll be talking lots about spring destinations. So, if you want to see Cynthia and Iris mentally travel together and also talk about Korean media, probably dramas, then just keep on listening. Let's go listen to a song and then I'll be back with Heart News of the Day. This is 바람잡이 by Amir.
당연하지 않은 목소리를 내보고 싶어 부서지게 잡히지도 않는 이 바람을 언젠가 붙잡아 손에 올려다듬어 보여줄 거야. 형태조차 없는 바람 같은 거 휘둘리는 거 피곤했으니까 눈에 보이지 않는 재능이란 글자에 포기할 수는 없어. 시험에 받치지는 불어오는 바람을 너의 품에 안아봐.
April 2nd, Thursday. Here's today's culture life news of Korea. This is Heart News. Today will be clearer and warmer than yesterday, making it a good day for outdoor activities, with temperatures reaching 18 degrees Celsius in Seoul, 20 degrees Celsius in Daegu, and 19 in Busan. However, the daily temperature gap will be large, so bringing a jacket is recommended. And in western regions, fine dust levels will rise to bad in the afternoon, meaning masks are advised for those with sensitive lungs, while the warm weather will continue through the week before rain begins in Jeju late Friday and spreads nationwide by Saturday morning. As spring deepens, usually closed palace areas like Gyeongwaeru are opening to the public, along with special events at places like Deoksugung, offering a chance to enjoy both history and the season. The National Museum of Korea ranked third in the world in annual visitors, recording about 6.5 million people last year, according to the Art newspaper, placing it behind the Louvre and the Vatican museums, while surpassing major institutions like the British Museum and the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The museum saw a more than 70% increase in visitors compared to the previous year, one of the largest increases observed, and this growth continues into this year with first quarter visitors rising by 44.8% compared to last year. The group 101 is reuniting after 7 years, having originally debuted in 2017 with huge success, including a million-selling album and major award wins. And after pursuing individual careers, the members will come together for an opening ceremony on April 6th at DMC Culture Park in Seoul to meet fans and mark the start of their new journey, followed by the release of their new reality show 101 Go Back to Base on April 28th. This has been Korea's Heart News of the Day. We'll be back after 봄바람 by 101 and 벚꽃이 지면 by IOI.
너네가 만나서 우리가 된 건 기적 다 꿈인 것만 같아 눈 감아도 선명하게 보여 더 잘해주지 못해 자꾸만 후회가 돼내 맘은 그게 아닌데 늘 같이 있고 싶은데 너를 지나 밝은 빛을 볼 때 함께 느꼈던 따뜻한 기억들 내 편이 되어 날 빛나게 만들어주던 그 미소 그 눈물 날 불러주던 목소리 귀를 자꾸 맴돌겠지 마주보던 서로의 눈빛이 그립겠지만 사랑 설렘 첫 느낌 선명히 남아 우리 다시 만나 봄바람이 지나가면 환하게 어색해 봄바람이 지나가면 우리 다시 만나 봄바람이 지나가면 한 번 더 안아줄게 봄바람이 지나가면 그때라면 미안 늘 받기만 한 것 같았어 고마워 아름다워져서 텅 빈 내 맘을 넌 덮어 가득 너로 채워줘서 지친 내게 손을 내밀어 너만이 날 숨쉬게 만들어 이제 매일매일 생일 birthday 난 새로 태어난 채로 내 편이 되어 내 빛나
핑크빛만 돌다 봄도 끝나가 하나 둘씩 떨어지는 예쁜 꽃잎을 보며 네 맘도 조금씩 식어가면 어떡하나 소리 없이 끝나가는 우리들만의 봄을 살포시 눈을 감고 끝나줘야 길기도 하죠 벚꽃이 지면 우리 사랑은 여름처럼 뜨거워질 수 있나요 우리의 시작이 조금 따뜻했다면 이제 좀 더 뜨겁게 서로를 안아줘요 밝게 웃는 네 모습 좋아 네가 좋으면 나도 좋아 하나 둘씩 떨어지는 예쁜 꽃잎을 보며 네 맘도 조금씩 식어가면 어떡하나 소리 없이 끝나가는 우리 둘만의 봄을 살포시 눈을 감고 끝나지 않기도 하죠 벚꽃이 지면 우리 사랑은 여름처럼 뜨거워질 수 있나요 우리의 시작이 조금 따뜻했다면 이제 좀 더 뜨겁게 서로를 안아줘요 같은 해바라기로 고개를 돌리곤 해다 오늘 대로 끝난 듯대로 결국 끝이 없는 게 사랑인걸 흐르면 우리 둘 사이 여기쯤가 있을까 아무것도 상관없어요 그저 내 맘에 벚꽃이 지면 우리 사랑은 여름처럼 뜨거워질 수 있나요 우리의 시작이 조금 따뜻했다면 이제 좀 더 뜨겁게 벚꽃이 지면 우리 사랑은 여름처럼 뜨거워질 수 있나요 우리의 시작이 조금 따뜻했다면 이제 좀 더 뜨겁게 서로를 안아줘요 떨어지더라도 우리는 하나라 기억하며 예쁜 꽃잎을 바라봐 빛나는 불빛이 우리 향해 비춰질 때까지 하염없이 기다리나 봐 한 걸음 다시 한 걸음 Getting better together as time goes by 벚꽃이 지면
Knock knock, what's on your heart today? A question a day to keep your mind awake. This is Heart of the Day.
I want to stay.
We ask you guys a question on our Instagram, and our Instagram is heartattack_Arirang. Bahar says dishes done, cleaning done. Wait, this is so good. You updating us with your, this is like an extension of what's on your heart because you guys can like update it to me. And I feel like when you have a worry or concern, it feels really nice to know that somebody, like you can update it to someone. So it kind of makes you think about it and make a decision and make a move on it. That's nice. Always down to listen to your updates, guys. Geek Diggy says Iris eating good today. Okay, I don't know about good, like tasty good, yes. Healthy good. I have a meeting right after the show today, so I have to go directly to the meeting. And it's actually a really professional meeting, guys. So I wouldn't have been able to eat anything if it wasn't for this, because I obviously didn't have time to eat this morning. I chose to put on makeup instead. So if it wasn't this, I would have probably been in the meeting room with my growling stomach. Not very pretty little. What's a closure that you need? What is a closure that you need? Okay, suddenly, let's get deep. I am somebody that is I feel like I'm a little emotionally distant, and I feel like I try to make myself a little emotionally distant because I know that it's such a thin ice for me to become a drama queen. I know I can be dramatic. It's very easy for me to be dramatic. I'm not dramatic right now or recently in my current life state, but I know being the person that I am, I could be very dramatic. So I try to tell myself to be very dull, emotion wise, and therefore I think I run away from closure a lot because I don't even want to just think about it or talk about it or embrace it or face it. So a lot of the times when I needed closure, I would just kind of tell myself, oh, I don't need closure. It wasn't that important to me. Although we all know it's a lie. I would be like, I don't need closure because in the first place, I didn't care about it, which is not true. I probably did care about it. So I feel like I need a lot of closures, but I refuse the closures, you know? Okay, enough of the sad. No, it's not sad. Enough of the cynical talk. Let's move on. Okay. Steve says, having peace after my mother passed away in December 2024. Ooh, I have a question. How do you get closure from deaths? Like, how do you, I guess you have to do it by yourself or with other people, but really curiously asking, is there a way to fully get closure when the person isn't there? I'm really asking because I want to know about this and I want to know your experiences as well. Benny says, from some misunderstandings. Kevin says, finish my writing in my notebooks. Another type of closure. Ricky says, if there's an afterlife, all the closure I need will be there. You're gonna be so busy, Ricky. If there's an afterlife, like they're gonna have to book appointments with you. Closure appointments. They're probably all waiting for you. Anna says, good results in getting into a Russell Group University. I guess good results equal good closure, right? So let's say you're moving somewhere. If you get good results from that new environment, that could also mean good closure for your older environment. I think, no, that's too sad to talk about. Steven says, I have gotten much of my closure and learned to live life blameless. Jenga says, wish I had more closure with my grandma. We were planning a trip when her health plummeted and she passed, had to cancel everything. So, yeah, how did you try to get closure? I know you said you didn't get, proper closure, but, did anything help you get the closure that you needed? Of course, it would be hard to get the closure you need or the closure that we all need. But yeah. Next is Dracula saying, for the author George R.R. Martin to finish Game of Thrones book series and refilm the TV ending. To know officially if Iris likes or dislikes the Harry Potter series. Come on, Iris, let us know. Oh, these are two different closures. Can't help you with the first one. Second one, I can help you. And I'll tell you this. I'm not planning to not watch Harry Potter until I die. I will watch it. I'm going to watch it. I know I will watch it. I just don't know when. But I do want to make a good timing. Because I want to remember it, AJN says, I have this message I've kept in my drafts that I keep looking and thinking about sending for a while. Oh my gosh, this is a really interesting answer. AJN, to whom? To whom? Wait, if it's not like fun tea related, I apologize. But is it for is it do you guys have an unsent message? Let me ask you this. Do you have an unsent message that you couldn't press send? Here's the thing. Surprisingly, I have one. You might think that I wouldn't because, of course, I don't message people usually. And secondly, I just, There's this one passage I wrote to this one person. I wrote it in my notes app because I wanted to copy and paste it. I wrote it and I never ended up sending it because I realized that it could really harm this person. I wasn't saying anything mean or hateful, but I just thought, okay, maybe I shouldn't send it because, it wasn't something that I was doing, but yeah. And you guys know how for me, I don't really befriend people easily because I'm just, I feel like I always refer to people as acquaintances just cuz, and there's no like huge reason to this, but it's just you never know what's going to happen in life, right? And then there was like this one passage I was going to send to one of these acquaintances. I didn't end up doing it because I thought, you know what, I'll just stop talking to this person. But this person keeps, time to time texting me, so I do still have that copy and pastable passage just in case they text me a little too much. But Leon says, will there ever be a season 2 of Heart Archive? Is that the closure that you need? If you want Heart Archive, what's a nice time to do Heart Archive again? Or will there ever be an episode of Culture Attack Inc? Culture Attack Inc? You know what? We've never really done an official show of Pretty Little Iris and Prettier Little SJ yet. We'll see. What if we just end up like yelling at each other? Crash Override says, to know why my dad made me do so many things I didn't want to do when I was a kid. Sometimes people say when you become a dad or when you become a mom, you get to understand your dad or understand your mom. Yeah. What do you think? Bahar says there are so many to even fit the answer box. Really? Ricky says, sorry, I'll text less, Iris. But the copy paste passage I was talking about that person, it wasn't because like they were being annoying. It was because I clearly saw some toxic things happening in their lives, and I don't care what they do with their life because it's not my life. But I didn't want to be acquainted with somebody that was making toxic decisions in their life. But this person just liked me so much and couldn't read the room that for me, that I didn't care about them. I think they thought I cared about them. So I'm not saying this in a rude way. I'm just saying I'm not saying I hate them. I'm saying I don't care what you do with your life. I just don't want to be involved. But yeah. Bahar says, all the loved ones I lost suddenly. It's been a hot minute since we read since we talked, or since we mentioned E. Where's E and what's E up to and why is E like that? The series that didn't give me the final season? Which one? What series? My PhD in my life. Question. If we die, do we get closure? Is that... because that's the closure to everything, right? So is that... We'll be back after a song. Hey, this is a 5-minute song, so enjoy your 5-minute mukbang by Pretty. This is Black Star by Nana.
하얀 겨울 차가운 꿈 사라진 빛을 찾아 고요히 눈물로 지새운 밤 어둠 속에 빛나던 별 아득한 그 숨결로 그대는 날 비춰 감싸줬죠. 매일 밤 내 곁에 물들던 나의 별 희미한 시간
it's time to read the messages that you guys sent me. Are you guys enjoying my honestly frantic mukbang in between the songs? Frantic because I'm a slow eater, so I have to like gulp down. But let's see what you guys are saying. Steven says, "Hi Iris, I had noodles for lunch. I like you so much. My girlfriend is on my phone wallpaper. We will check out your phone wallpaper. So, do we have a picture by Steven? Is it gonna be me? Imagine if it's not me and I'm like, is it me? Imagine if it's not me. But is it me?" Here's the pic. No, this is. Wait, is this the picture? Oh, okay. This is your picture. I was assuming it was gonna picture of your phone, but I guess this is your din din. I hope you had a nice din din. Hope you get better rest and stay happy and hydrated. When's the meeting of the parents? Can I request the song Satellite by Salt and Pepper? Salt and Pepper Satellite is from Chicago Typewriter, right? You know what you're doing there. Bahar says, "I want to meditate with bread in my mouth too." When I was kind of closing my eyes during that last song break with bread in my mouth, it actually wasn't meditating. It was me getting the crash. And I suddenly felt my body crashing because, I don't know, is it the bread? It can't be the bread. And suddenly I was so sleepy. And I'm actually like getting the shivers right now. And my eyes are getting droopy. So, yeah, guys. Bahar says, "Hi, pretty. How are you? Any plans for your boyfriend's birthday later?" Well, I try to eat cake or I try to eat hot pot last year on my... Okay, if anybody's listening right now, I'm being delusional. Last year on his birthday, I had hot pot and I got... last year on his birthday, I got a car. Well, I didn't get a car, but I got an early present, a gift. And so it was like a month before my birthday, but I just found it funny how it was on his birthday. Today, I actually have a meeting, and after that, I might go study. So I don't know. I don't really have plans. Is my love becoming shallow? Why am I not planning anything? I mean, what does he do on my birthday? Huh? Yeah. I introduced the Travel Diaries podcast to my friend who will be visiting Seoul soon. She told me you have a very pretty voice. Is it a sign to introduce Irisism completely, or should I do it gradually? I feel like this advice our listeners can give better than me. What do you guys think? Should we introduce Irisism completely, or should we make it kind of blend in slowly? Should we do it gradually? What do you think? I'm also trying to read instead of doom scrolling these days, but to be honest, I just end up staring out the window rather than reading the book. Wait, but I guess that is better than doom scrolling, right? Staring out the window. So it's good. It's the good for good. A friend recently recommended the writer Katie Quinn to me. She told me she writes some really cool female leads for her books. I wanted to ask if you've heard about her. Song request is... Can anybody help me? 피할 수 없어 그녀의 마법 밤이 돌아오면 아직도 나를 괴롭히는 걸. Soul Witch by Walrus. Love you, Iris. Bread are out. Let me search up. Actually, I'll search it up during the song break because we don't have a lot of time. Enjoy. One of my favorite Korean songs. But before that, we have Satellite by Salt and Paper and Soul Witch 서울마녀 by Walrus.
I'm walking all night long in mysteries. You're singing all day long in maze. Without song in my heart, it is a right now I'm here without knowing those melodies I sing like I know. Don't wanna say goodbye, I wanna hear your voices in dreams. Don't wanna see your tears, I wanna see your traces. I hear say I will if our tears haven't faded away. I may cross now or I won't. Say I will if our hands didn't get to hold our past stories of me and you, love. Satellite love through the rain to the stars. Satellite love through the rain to the stars. Say I will if our tears haven't faded away. And they cross now or I won't. Say I will if our hands didn't get to hold our past stories of me and you someday. Satellite love, satellite love. Satellite love, satellite love.
Download the Arirang Radio application.
Type in
ARIRANG.
Arirang Radio on your app store.
Download it and listen to
Arirang Radio.
88.7 in Jeju City,
88.1 in Seogwipo City.
101.9 in the Daejeong area.
Tune in, Arirang Radio.
I'll be back in hour 2 for Travel Diaries with Professor Cynthia, but in the meantime, 늦은 후에 by Casey.
얼마나 한참을 서 있었는지 멀리 너의 모습 보면서 그 모습 사라질 때까지 나의 발걸음은 움직일 수조차 없었지. 내가 어떤 사랑 받았었는지, 내가 어떤 아픔 줬는지 이제야 널 보낸 후에야, 돌아선 후에야 다시 후회하고 있잖아. 떠나간 다른 사람 때문에 비틀거리던 나를 힘들게 지켜주던